me tell you about my buddy Jose. I've known him since high school. Heck, I've known him since middle school.
Don't forget to start the recording.
After high school was over, we grew up, drifted apart a bit, but we've kept in touch. A couple years back, he got in touch with me, said he'd bought a Hummer H2, and I gave him a lot of heck over it. I mean, come on, it's a Hummer H2, right? But then he told me he was getting into backpacking and hiking and overlanding, and he wanted to build his H2 into something of an overlander. But he still wants to be able to wheel it, not like most overlanders. I shouldn't say most. Not like some overlanders who really are just about car camping. He wants to really live the life. So he asked me if I could take him out to AOAA so he could actually get some dirt under the tires and kind of get a feel for how the thing worked. That was last year. I don't know if I can say that he's been hooked, but he asked me just a couple weeks ago if on Memorial Day weekend we could head up to AOA again and hit some harder trails. So, I mean, I'm not going to say no, right? So, you guys know that about a year and a half ago, I bought a trailer and a tow rig. First time I towed with it, I had some real problems. Had to get the thing worked on, had to get the tow rig worked on. So it's been about a year. I haven't really been able to take advantage of the trailer. Well, I got a lot of those issues sorted out, so now that I have a dependable tow rig and a trailer, I decided that I'm going to try some tougher trails this time around. There's a couple of these black offshoots on the Fern Ridge trail that we primarily hit while we were up here at AOAA, and I decided to try one of them. Here we go.
You can go straight, yeah, as long as you're not hitting the tree, I think. It's good. Because there you're going to put yourself in between the two rocks, and the big rock will be right underneath you. Yeah. Wait, you're going to come down. Keep going this way a little bit. And come. Alright, now, there you go. There's a big rock on this side, but you should be able to get over it, though. Yeah, now you should get over for sure.
So I gotta say that all joking aside about the Hummer H2 and how big and boxy it looks, it really performed well on the trails. Fern Ridge is a blue trail. We did 2/3 of Fern Ridge. In my opinion, Fern Ridge kind of starts a little easier, gets a little harder, and then gets pretty close to a black in some places. We did the first two sections that were the easiest and then hardest, or medium. We started into the third section, but we decided that the trails were just too tight for the Hummer. After about, I don't know, 4 hours on Fern Ridge, we had a good time. We did get the Hummer pretty well stuck at one little spot where there was this tombstone of a rock sticking up in the middle of the trail. Went right up into this sort of ladder of a skid plate that's underneath the front of the H2, and right into Jose's exhaust. So you can hear that the Hummer sounds a little bit more like a tractor after that. We had a heck of a time getting it recovered, but since it was just the two of us, I couldn't exactly film and do the recovery, but I assure you, it was epic. In all, I think we had a great time. I think Jose had a great time. Jose and his girlfriend had come along for the ride, and their dog. They had a little beagle with them. And I hope he learned a little bit about the capabilities of his Hummer H2. Now, his girlfriend wants to buy a dumpster. I mean, an XJ. So hopefully we can get back on the trails and really show him what a Jeep can do versus that big, bulky Hummer. All right, folks. Thanks for tuning in for my video. I know this wasn't much today, but we did have a good time, and I wanted to share it with you guys. Remember, if you want to check out any of my merchandise or my apparel, head over to SWBCrawler.com. I got some pretty cool t-shirts and hats and lots of other things. You can also use affiliate links for things that I've featured in my other videos. That always helps me out. And remember, like I always say, and I think like we're demonstrating in this video, I don't care what you bring, get out there and wheel.